welcome back to another This Week in WWE with TheJaseDawg. That's right, guys. So we're up to episode number 43, and this week has actually been a pretty good week in wrestling. We have Survivor Series coming up this next Monday for me in Australia, Sunday for people in America, wherever. We got NXT TakeOver Toronto, which is going to be awesome, and that's before Survivor Series. And this week was actually pretty good throughout Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So guys, let's get right into it. If you haven't seen it, make sure you head on over to the WWE Network right now, guys, and you check it out. But let's get right into it, guys. So we started off with Reigns and Owens versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a tag match, just to see how, Reigns and Owens would go tagging together. And they actually got a win. I guess, it wasn't that bad of a win, because Owens got hit with a bro kick, and then I think Reigns speared Sheamus, and then kind of pulled Owens' body on top of Reigns, and that was all she wrote. Jericho tried to give Braun Strowman and Seth the Scarf of Jericho. Try it on, man. But so those three were going to be versing all three members of the New Day in a tag team match after, but he tried to give them scarves. Seth didn't want it, so he walked off and he's like, no, I'm not a scarf man. Braun's like, I want that scarf. And then he took the white scarf from Jericho and ripped it, and then it's like, I don't like scarves. What the fuck, Braun? We had the New Day versus Seth, Jericho, and Braun, and they actually went pretty well as a team against the New Day, and they actually beat the New Day. I think it was Braun that got the win. I'm pretty sure Braun got the win, but it was a pretty good match. And then Seth pedigreed Jericho after and just walked off. We then had Sasha Banks and Charlotte versing Alicia Fox and Nia Jax. Now this was like, the women type of Survivor Series match thing. Like they're all teaming up, and Bayley of course was at ringside at the announce table. And Sasha and Charlotte got the win, and yeah, they actually, can work really well together when they're on the same page. We had Steph and Mick Foley talking out in the ring with Shane and Daniel Bryan. So they were all talking, going back and forth at each other, and then Steph brought out all of her 5 members from Raw. So Seth, Reigns, Owens, Jericho, and Braun all came out, surrounded Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, because Shane McMahon's thrown his hat into the mix. He was the only one there from SmackDown, but they turn around and go like, you really think we'd come alone? So they bring their 4 down. So down comes Dean, AJ, Randy, and Bray, and of course Ellsworth, the mascot. And they get, they throw words back at each other, and then Dean starts a brawl, and they all start fighting. Shane gets his ass whooped by Braun, which was awesome, and then Raw ends up throwing all of SmackDown out and sending SmackDown running. And now in the SmackDown we found out that it's the 900th episode of SmackDown. So that's pretty cool. And then we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. And the winner would of course go on to face Sami Zayn at Survivor Series to defend it, so they could try and keep it for SmackDown. However, Spirit Squad came out, Maurice got involved, and of course Miz won the title, so now Miz, I believe, is 6-time Intercontinental Champion, and Ziggler lost the title. Had Nikki Bella versus Carmella. I'm not 100% sure how this one was with the outcome, because Nikki ended up grabbing Charlotte, who was at the front row, and pulled her in and then started beating on her, and the ref called the match, so I'm guessing Carmella might have won. I'm not really 100% sure there, but so they started all fighting. All the Raw team, so Nikki was fighting Charlotte, and then Sasha, Bayley, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Dana Brooks all came in there, and they started beating on Nikki Bella. And then all of the SmackDown group came in, as well as Carmella, and they were all fighting, and then SmackDown ended up sending Raw's women running, but Nikki also chipped her too. We then had Edge return for the Cutting Edge, of course, on SmackDown, and he called out all of the SmackDown Survivor Series team, like the main men team. And they all came out, he pumped them up, he was getting them all to talk and shit like that. And then Undertaker comes. And Undertaker comes out and he tells them that he's back. And he also says that Raw should rest in peace come Survivor Series. He debuted at Survivor Series, and if SmackDown loses that Survivor Series, they don't have to fear Raw. They have to fear death itself. So that's a bit of a threat. So I guess he's back now because he's sick of just being back at WrestleMania once a year. So maybe he's back on SmackDown all the time, guys. Maybe. And if that's the case, well, if SmackDown lose at Survivor Series, then you can may as well say he's going to come for Bray, Randy, Ellsworth, Bryan, all of them, like Dean, AJ, Shane, everyone. He's going to come for everyone and bury them all. And in NXT, we started with Liv Morgan versus Peyton Royce. This match was going pretty well until Billie Kay jumped in to break up the submission that Liv had Peyton in. And then they were beating on Liv, and it was a DQ, so Liv won by DQ. And then Aaliyah runs down, and then they start beating on her, and they throw her out and lay her out as well. And then Amber Moon comes out. And then Amber Moon beats on Billie and Peyton Royce, sends them running with Liv. So Liv, Amber Moon, and Aaliyah all stand tall in the ring. So 3 on 2. That's going to be interesting. Who's Billie and Peyton Royce going to find as their third woman to go head to head with them? Then we had Andrade Cien Almas versus Cedric Alexander in a kind of like a grudge match from when Cien turned on Cedric in the WWE Classic. And yeah, Cien Almas won the match, which was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool win. That's all for that. And that's everything that happened this week in WWE, guys. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to smash that like button, guys. But not too fucking hard. Don't break your computers. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the link's in the description down below. Guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button to join the class squad. Spread the word of the JaseDawg to everybody you know. And guys, definitely stay tuned because the prediction videos for Survivor Series and NXT TakeOver Toronto will be coming up very shortly. Probably in like the next day or so, they'll start coming to the channel. So definitely check them out when they come out, guys. And as always, stay awesome. The JaseDawg is out of here. See ya.